Hi, I'm Michael Meyer, or as some people call me by my street name, Broodmother Bob. Now, I'm here to tell you about APU, also known as its street name, Azusa Pacific University, and also specifically the Digital Teaching and Learning Program. Now, why did I choose this university, you ask? Well, even if you didn't ask, I'm going to tell you. Well, it all started when I was born. And then I grew up, and then I decided to go to college. And because of its exceptional reputation, its impeccable placement of satellite campuses spread all throughout Southern California, and its infamy gained during the Spanish-American War, just all brought me to the decision of going there. But it wasn't just that. It was also the suggestion of my mother, who also went to the same university, went through the same education program, and just gave me a very glittering and startling just recommendation about this university. So I really had just no choice to go there. So, I mean, it just really narrowed it down for me. Just all of those factors put together, I just decided to take what they call at the university the APU plunge. Oh, hey, it's me again, Michael Meyer, or as they also call me by my street name, the Sasquatch Cometh. Well, I'm here to tell you more about APU, specifically the Digital Teaching and Learning Program. And hands down, just by far, the two best classes in the program are Evolving Educational Technologies, taught by the masterful and enigmatic Bill Selleck, and Digital Video in the Classroom, taught by the sophisticated and eloquent Tim McKean. Now, Bill teaches you how to professionally network with the worldwide community of educators via social networking such as Twitter and Twitter. And it really is a great tool to network around and give educational resources and tools to just the horde massive humans just all around the world. And Tim McKean, he inspires you to make the best films you can for the classroom, to really become a digital educator, gives you valuable tools in making films. It really just makes teachers want to make films for the classroom just up to very high standards, up to the standards of masterpieces such as the film, you know, A Bug's Life, Harry and the Hendersons, Ants, although that's kind of like A Bug's Life. So yeah, it is very good. Those two parts, those two classes are really the core of the program, in my opinion. And those, to me, are the things that are the most applicable to actually teaching in the classroom and having an impact on students. Hello. Well, you remember me as Michael Meyer, or as my street name, Akira Kurosawa. Well, I'm here to tell you about my action research project. Now, this action research was very close to me because it's the place I sleep, my bedroom. It's been just a complete mess, just awful. Can't find anything, can't move anywhere. So what I decided to do for this action research project was really take action, hence the word action. So in the past, you know, I mean, it's not really my fault. Just people come over to my house and bring things. People come over and just put stuff there and give it to me. It's not like I can just reject their gifts and say, no, I don't want that, get out of here, you know. Just to be nice, I would keep it. You know, my parents would come over, bring my old Ninja Turtle toys, leave them there. Random people would come and bring Snoop Dogg posters and leave them there. Now, I'm down with a DOGG, but when it just becomes clutter, it's sacrilegious. So, I mean, I really had to take action. So, in the past I've failed because I said, oh, I'll clean my room by, you know, such and such date, but there's no plan with it, there's no implementation. You don't hypothesize and say, if I do this much each day, it'll get done. So I decided to actually do that this time and say, if I work on this room 1 hour each day, not a long time. People go to church 1 hour every Sunday, and for some people that's too much, but it's really not that much time, even each day. And so I decided to put this plan into practice, 1 hour every day, 7 days a week, no matter what. So I did that. I did that for, it was about 4 weeks, so just a straight up month, yo. And so I did that, and the results surprised me. There is a stark difference between just saying you're going to clean something and actually putting a plan into place to do that. It worked out well. You know, time is organized, and you really get down to it. You don't slack off because you have this set aside to do no matter what, instead of just, I'll get around to it, you know? So I did that. The results were fantastic. Everything is cleaned up, organized. It was my primary, since I don't have an office, it's my primary workspace, so where I work on my computer for school, you know, APU, as I described before. You know, that's where I did everything. So now I have a place with a desk chair. Things are easy to find. It's all perfect. So it really worked out well. My hypothesis that it would be clean and organized with 1 hour of work each day just worked out perfectly, did exactly what I needed it to. So I don't think I would have changed really anything about the Action Research Project, because, I mean, after all, it ended up in a rousing success. I mean, even more of a success than, you know, the United States, you know, winning all kinds of territory during the Mexican-American War. I mean, it really worked out for the best for me, and I am very happy I did it. I'm very happy about the implementation that I implemented, and that's about it. That was played during General E. Lee's capitulation during the Civil War at the courthouse in Appomattox. Oh, you've caught me tinkering. Hi, this is my workshop. Welcome. My name is Rusty Shackelford, and I'm going to go through with you the magnificent unit plan for Michael J. Meyer. Now, this unit is about the 30 Years' War, the war that just ravaged Europe for, guess what? 30 years. Now, this war caused a lot of change to happen in Europe. Most notably, the decline in the influence of the church at the time and the rise of more powerful Protestant states. And also, it gave birth to new ideas, new philosophers, mainly people who would just talk and think and say things that nowadays we refer to as the Enlightenment, which we all know greatly influenced our founding fathers, and we all love our founding fathers. So, here we go. Now, this unit will take you through the beginning of the war all the way through the Enlightenment, linking it up with our present government, started with our Bill of Rights being adopted in 1791. So, here we go. We're going to use a lot of technology. One of the main things we're going to use are, you guessed it, computers. So we're going to use computers. Now with computers, unless you're a dullard, you're going to need the internet. So we have the internet here, and we're going to use it for a lot of things. We are going to use websites. We're going to use a lot of geography quizzes because, as you know, Americans are just awful at geography. They don't know where anything is. They probably can't even point to their own state on the map. So we're going to get right down to where things are in Europe at the time of this war. We're also going to do things like Wordle, very good thing to use. Very low-level blooms, but still gets the job done. We're going to use Trello, which is a great method for listing and organizing ideas, terms, people, places, hobos, just it runs the whole gamut. And we're going to go through, we're going to use Fodi, the renowned website that allows you to create your own newspaper article. Now, there's nothing stopping you from actually creating a real newspaper article and just printing it up yourself, but you know, this you could do it on a computer, and it's designed for it. So you know, we're going to use it, you know, right from the perspective of a person at the time, really get into the mind of history and really know what it's like to have been there at the time. So we are going to create historical ideas here. And as you can tell, this symbolizes ideas in the Western world. Added to my workshop. Yeah. And so this is really, for Fodi, creating your own article from a historical perspective is really some high-level blooms, some high-level, hardcore, you know, just no-holds-barred blooms, just right up there. And as you know, this really causes people to remember what they've learned, to master it, to make it their own. And there's some other things we're going to do with that. We're going to have a conversation between two Enlightenment philosophers. You know, after the 30 Years' War, this sprang up, new ideas. They're going to take two philosophers, record their voices, and this is really going to hit on different learners, the verbal, obviously, the verbal learners, the musical learners, the candle learners, and kinesthetic. You're really utilizing, you know, hands-on activities. We're grabbing technology by the horns and just owning it. And we're going to use famed blog website Blogger, ran by Google. Students will do that. They'll create their own podcast, and it's going to be with music for the music learners, obviously. And we're going to use Google Earth. Google Earth. You can see the Earth from Google. Well, not from Google, because Google is not a physical object, but we can see it from space. You know, just imagining, you know, like Jean-Luc Picard, you know, oh, Google Earth, bring it up on the screen, #1. And, you know, we'll do that. We'll look at these places in Europe. We'll see battlefields that had battles on them from space, you know, real images. I mean, you can't go there, obviously, because we don't have a plane, but, you know, we can go there with Google Earth. Let's see, and that's about it. We're going to have some guitars in the class for those musical learners. You know, some of them are really pretentious though, where they're like, I don't like jazz, I don't like classical, you know, but you know, it's a chance for them to really be creative, really reach that high level of blooms. And I think in today's, you know, modern classroom setting, we don't allow for musical learners to shine really, because it's like, why add music? Why use music in math? Why use music in PE? Why use music in the studio? Why use music in the White House? You know, why use music in history classrooms? Why use music in English classrooms? Why use music on the moon? Why use music while on the internet? Why use music while, you know, taking a Spanish course? Well, here they really have a chance to just tap into their talents and just shine with this material. And we're gonna get a lot done in these 4 weeks. It's gonna be packed, but it's gonna be worth it. You're gonna really understand the transformation of Europe and its influence upon ourselves in America. And really just love it, enjoy it, master it, and touch all levels of blooms, touch all learners. Logical learners, of course, are really going to love this, especially blogging, getting out their personal thoughts, and it's going to be great, and it's a great way to stay in shape.